As the fall temperatures cool outside, they're just about to heat up inside as we get set for a matchup between two of Northeast Indiana's most bitter rivals as the number 6 Carroll Chargers travel 15 miles to the south to face the number 13 Homestead Spartans. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Spartan Arena. I'm Braxton Hall, joined alongside Josh Bobay. And Josh, every set, every match counts the same in the grand scheme of things, but you have to think there's a little extra meaning with these two teams being ranked so highly and being such intense rivals.
That's exactly right, Braxton. There's no better feeling in the world than going into a heated rivalry matchup, especially when the teams we have here tonight are as elite as they sound.
And with that, let's get into the OPS pregame show by taking a look at the schedule for the Homestead Spartans, who have won 2 straight and 4 of their last 5.
The Spartans are on a 2-game winning streak, as well as the Chargers. We'll get to their schedule in just a second. The Spartans' overall schedule is 21-5, winning 4 of their most recent 5 games.
You see that only loss in that last 5 against Hamilton Southeastern, the number 1 team in the state in 4A, number 3 nationally. So certainly nothing to be ashamed of there. Meanwhile, Carroll is coming off of a dominating victory against Blackhawk and sit at 22-3 on the season. And you have to imagine they're one of the favorites to make it to Muncie at the end of the year.
That's exactly right. Their overall record is 22-3. They as well as are on that 2-game winning streak I was talking about. But having the record so high as this and being ranked this high in the state is a feat to get over.
Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Starting lineups and first serve coming up next.
Rethink your limits.
Tomorrow, the 4-2 Carroll Chargers come to Dave S. Walters Memorial Stadium to face the 3-3 Homestead Spartans. Watch live on YouTube at Homestead Media.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10349 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carryout by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Back here at Homestead High School, starting lineups being introduced as we get set for an absolute showdown between the Homestead Spartans and the Carroll Chargers. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's match. First off, for the Chargers, very talented and experienced lineup. Hayden Freinfrock, Bailey Sinish, Chloe Hirschberger, Sophia Gislin, Addie Shippey, Lola Sassy, and then the only underclassman on the starting lineup, the libero, Kayla Hafner.
The Chargers have, while experienced, they have the younger team, having 3 seniors, 2 juniors, 6 sophomores, and a freshman, as you see on your screen now. That experience might come into play tonight, and we might see a bit of that.
Well, then meanwhile for the Spartans, they have plenty of experience on their team. Addie Tyndall, Ava Tyndall, Kate Jackway, Reagan Lyons, Savvy Walker, Alyssa Hall, and then Madeline Sight.
Many seniors starting tonight. You're going to see that those veterans out there on the court tonight teaching, encouraging, and hyping up their team to try and get the W tonight.
Should be a fun match. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take one more final break for serve on the other side.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Tomorrow, the 4-2 Carroll Chargers come to Dave S. Walters Memorial Stadium to face the 3-3 Homestead Spartans. Watch live on YouTube at Homestead Media.
Back here at Homestead High School, getting set for first serve between the Homestead Spartans and the Carroll Chargers. Rarely does any high school sporting event, any high school rivalry have as much meaning as when the Chargers and Spartans get together. But not only are they two rivals that have had intense matchups and nail-biters year after year, they're also two of the top 15 teams in the entire state. And we are in store for a great one tonight.
The house at Spartan Arena tonight is absolutely packed. The tension in this building is building as we go on and won't stop against these two high-ranked teams.
Buckle up. We're expecting this to be a fun night. Certainly high potential. This one could find itself going the distance. Both teams making their way out onto the floor for set number one. Chargers, led by Coach Pandy Sinish. Spartans, led by Coach Jessica Oldsclaw. Two of the top coaches in the entire state, with two of the top teams in the entire state as well. You see Addie Tyndall on your screen right now, the Purdue Boilermaker commit. leads the team in kills and kills per set this season. Jackway will get us underway here at Spartan Arena. Ball set up quickly. Sinesh gets the first kill of the night.
Great rotation there by the Carroll Chargers. You see them all moving like a well-oiled machine. That's how you're going to win this game tonight.
The junior, already a captain for her team, comes out and gets the first kill of the night. She does lead her squad in that category. Sipe will get the reception. Jackway sets it up. Tyndall trying to strike back. Deflected and kept alive by Hafner. Chargers trying to strike back. That one goes a bit long.
Great communication there by the Spartans. As you just saw, the whole team screamed out, letting each other know what's the play, what's the move, what's the action.
So now it'll be Reagan Lyons on serve for the Spartans, the lone underclassman on the team. Well, that time Chargers get a little bit lucky. Ball makes it just across the net and then able to finish it off. Sophia Gislin, give her the point.
Battle at the net there, fight for the death. Carroll Chargers get the point, bring the score to 2-1.
Now Gislin will be on serve for the Chargers. Sipe not able to handle that one. Lyons just keeps it alive. Spartans got to get her over here. Jackway does. So now the Chargers trying to come back. Sinesh has her attempt blocked. Sipe going to set it back up. Tyndall going to go for the kill and able to get it as Hafner can't reach out.
Beautiful placement there by Addie Tyndall from the outside, going to the opposite side. The crowd is going crazy here tonight.
Energy already through the roof in this building. Madeline Sipe to serve for the Spartans now. That one a little bit low, but gets over. Sinesh to Hafner. Now coming back on their side, blocked as Walker got a piece of it, and then the point going to go to the Spartans on 4 touches.
Spartans take the lead here, 3-2 as they go to serve. The anticipation is building and building.
Sipe getting to continue her serve. Spartans take their first lead of the night. Sinesh with the reception. Hirschberger sets it back up to Sinesh, and that one not going to find its way over. So the Spartans take the 2-point lead.
The Chargers might start to get rattled here by the home crowd being so loud. They've got to block out the noise, get it together, and make the right plays.
Sipe going to go for it again. Ball set up by Hirschberger. Sinesh kept alive by the Spartans. Sipe's going to try to get to it, not able to. That time finished off by Lola Sassy.
Great dig there by Madeline Sipe, but she gives it too much power. It goes over the net, and the Chargers take advantage of the bad rotation by Homestead, finding the open gap and putting it there.
We've talked about the great energy in the building. It's not just the Spartan fans. Carroll with a huge student section here as well. Ava Tyndall going to get the call to go her way. They're going to say a net violation against Sassy, so the Spartans get the point.
Chargers coach Pandy Sinesh a bit upset with that call, showing her emotions out on the court. Both teams have got to control that tonight.
AJ Little checking into the match for the first time tonight for the Spartans. She has become more and more prominent in their attack as the season has progressed, and a very strong server as the season has progressed as well. Hirschberger sets it up and not able to connect was Peters. Just a little bit under that, just got fingertips to it.
Whiff there by Peters, catching more air than ball. Score goes to 6-3. Spartans lead. AJ Little still serving.
Her second serve of the night, back-to-back serves for her. That one clips the net, able to keep it alive, do the Chargers. Now again, Peters trying to get that one. Jackway sets it up. Tyndall almost palms it, but gets it over with that high vertical reach. And the Spartans starting to go on a bit of a roll.
Addie Tyndall getting up in the air, showing no remorse for the Chargers here tonight, slamming it down on the ground.
Little getting to continue her serve. That's been the story of Spartan success, when they're able to stay on serve for a long time and especially avoid serving errors. Sinesh gonna have enough power on that one as the Lions couldn't handle it.
Sinesh from the back row there. That takes a lot of power to be able to get up in the air and swing that hard while still scoring the point.
Very good at controlling on those long distance shots. Has a kill percentage at 49%, highest on the team. Hit percentage at 37%, so she knows how to get things done. Sipe not able to handle it. Little keeps it alive. Now Sipe going back with a reverse dig. Ball set up by Hirschberger, but the Chargers not able to finish it off as Shippey was the one on the attempt.
Block there by Spartans. Ava Tyndall getting up there, stuffing the Chargers. Score goes to 8-4. Still Spartans lead, Spartans serve.
And now Addie Tyndall, is the one on serve for the Spartans, as we're going to get a substitution here from Carroll. As Kayla Hafner checks back into the match. She's the libero for her squad. So Tyndall to serve. Second highest on the team with 15 aces this season. Peters gets it over to Lyons. Now Jackway sets it up. Tyndall going for the kill, kept alive. Now Sinish floats it into the middle. Sipe with a diving effort as the point continues, and it's finished off on the other side by the Chargers.
Chargers showing no remorse, bringing the power, staying in the play. Whoever wins these long rallies we see here is going to be the winner of the game. You've got to show your endurance and keep going no matter what happens to the ball.
Now another one of the Chargers captains on serve, Chloe Hirschberger. Jackway sets it up. Ava Tyndall. It's set to the back line, but kept alive by Hafner. Now Peters. Shot deflected. Tyndall gets it. Jackway sets it up for Lyons. That's rejected, and the Chargers strike back for the second point in a row.
Shippey there getting up and close and personal to the net. Both teams have elite net play tonight. They're getting up there, putting their body on the lines, trying to say, nuh-uh, keep the ball on your side.
So Hirschberger will get to continue her serve now. That one clips the net, and it works to perfection. There's nothing Addie Tyndall could do to get to that one.
Bit of luck there from the Chargers, but in the end, it does work out, bringing the score closer and closer. Spartans still lead 8-7. Chargers serve.
So 1 point game here early in set one still. Hirschberger again clips the top of the tape. Jackway goes for the reverse, and it works. How about that, Kate Jackway?
There's that Kate Jackway trickery we've been seeing all season long. Expect more of that to come tonight when the Chargers are out of rotation.
No look point there for the Spartans. So now Ava Tyndall will go to serve for the first time tonight. Tyndall to Peters. Ball set up. Peters has her shot blocked. Hafner keeps it alive, and then the fake. However, they're going to call a carry. Point goes to the Spartans.
The Chargers tried to give the trickery back to the Spartans, but it did not work out. Spartans take the lead 10-7 as Ava Tyndall comes to serve.
Tyndall, as both teams going to send a representative to the chair umpire to talk this over. I think they're trying to get the official call there, but it looked like it was called and a carry by the official. So, next point, Ava Tyndall back on serve. Ball set up by Gislin. Peters, powerful kill. AJ Little got a piece of it, but just no way to control that.
Powerful kill there by the Chargers. When they hit the ball that hard, there's no shot except hope and pray that you touch it.
Peters, 122 kills on the season, second highest on the squad, showing her power right there. Hayden Feinfrock to serve now. Tyndall, Jackway sets it up. Lyons finishes it off in the middle of the court.
Coming right back, saying we can do that too. It's not just you, it's us. Spartans take the lead 11-8.
Back and forth we go. Neither team really able to build a big lead. The largest we've seen so far is 4 points for the Spartans. It's Jackway. Hafner floated over, but actually it's going to hit the top of the net as Shippey couldn't quite get enough power on it.
Rolls off the fingertips, just not getting enough of the ball to push it over the net. Score goes 12-8, Spartans lead.
Now Jackway needs to continue her serve. She has 17 aces leading the squad this season. Hafner gets the reception. Sinish has her shot rejected at the top. Looked like there was some contact with the net. They're called on the Spartans, so point goes to Carroll.
Big net violation there. You got to be careful of that. You got to get close, but still keep your distance. Any part of your body touches that net, it's a point for the other team.
Hafner back to serve. Sipe. Lyons. Spartans got to get it here. Tyndall calls for the team to clear out. And that time, easy finish for Gislin that time as the entire Spartans defense out of position.
Gislin, the server there, showing Kate Jackway she can do it too. I can show you the tricks, finding the open gaps in the Spartans' defense.
Homestead lead now down to just 2, right around the halfway point here in the opening set. Hafner to Sipe. Jackway sets it up, and Lyons has her shot rejected as Sinesh and Sassy combined for that one.
It's the second time tonight Reagan Lyons has been denied. Maybe the Spartans got to figure out someone to pass the ball to. Maybe give it to the middle to Alyssa Hall, see if she can make work of it.
Hafner again. Lyons struggles to get it, but she does. Tyndall now. Hafner. Set up by Gisley, and Sinesh finishes it off.
Sinesh once again finding the gaps in the defense. That's been the story of the game tonight. Both teams have got to find what rotation works for them, what rotation can fill all the gaps.
And now this match tied up at 12. All the momentum with the Chargers right now. They've won the last 4 points, and then a serving error right there gives the Spartans the lead and control again.
Some more good communication there by the Spartans. The energy in this arena is still at an all-time high with a close game like this.
Lions to serve. That one deep, but in the field of play. Bouncing around, Sinesh pokes it over for the Chargers. Sipe calls for a clear out, takes it herself, and then the point finished off by Lola Sassy.
Chargers there going back to back, saying we can do it again. No matter how many times you block it, we'll put it over again.
So now Sophia Gislin to serve for the second time in a night in a tied match. That one gets over Lyons, keeps it alive. Now Jackway Walker gets over the net. Sinesh got a piece of it, but not enough. Point Spartans.
Savvy Walker in there now for the Spartans, getting some action of her own. Spartans are trying to figure out other people to include in their offense.
Sipe, Sinesh, and Feinfrock were both in on that one. And then that's going to be really close, and they're going to say just out of bounds. Hirschberger not able to find the back line.
Real close call there. The line judge does point the flag up, signaling it was out. Spartans take the 2-point lead.
Every point mattering right now in this first set. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh, little cheeky float over the net, gets the point for the Chargers.
There it is again, finding the holes in the defense. There's always an open spot on the court. You just got to find it and place it there.
Now she'll head to serve right after that, down by 1. And that another mistake, so a couple of service errors now we've seen from the Chargers. They don't make too many on the season, but Sinesh does lead the team in errors overall with 75.
Sinesh also leads the team with aces with 41, so hitting into the net like that is not something we see often out of her.
Hafner now to Sinesh. Set up by Gislin and finished off by Sassy. She's really been coming alive these last few points.
We've seen a lot of power hits this game, but sometimes a little float ball over the net is the right option. In that case, it worked out great for them.
16-15 now. As Lauren Peters on serve for the Chargers. Sipe. It's going to be a tough play for Jackway. It's rejected. Sipe now gets it over. Gislin sets it up for Peters. Now another effort from Caitlin Peters. Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall, her attempt blocked away.
That ball was blocked by the Chargers, but it had so much power on it that it deflected out of bounds, so the point does go to the Spartans, and they keep the ball.
Up by 2, and now Addie Tyndall on serve for Homestead. Goes to Sinesh. Gislin sets it up, floated over. Hafner. Now set up again. And that's going to go out of play off of the Spartans. It's Carroll hanging around. Haven't had the lead for quite some time, but staying within a point or two.
Both teams are still in this game. Really close, really tense game we have going on right now. Spartans still lead by 1, but that could change at any moment.
Hirschberger back to serve. Received by Little. Sipe. Lyons trying to finish it off, and she does. Reagan Lyons just had quite a few attempts rejected, but not that time.
Lyons there getting around the blockers, angling it just right so it hits right on the line. Point goes to the Spartans.
Now Ava Tyndall on serve. One of 3 Tyndall sisters on this squad. All have made significant impacts this season. Gislin sets it up and kept alive by the Spartans. Just bouncing around like a hot potato. Hall gets it over the net. Gislin sets it up again. Again, the Spartans keep it alive from Shipley. And then it's finished off. Finally, Caitlin Peters gets it down.
Both teams showing their endurance there, showing their will to win the point. They will do anything. Spartans putting their body on the line. Chargers showing they'll hit it back to you right again.
Homestead was out of position almost that entire point, kept it alive for quite some time, but in the end, overpowered by the Chargers. Fine Frock to serve. And Little gets the piece of it. Sipe now. Looks like it's going to go to Lyons. She'll get it over. Sinesh. Now Gislin. And that's going to go point Carroll. As Jackway and Hall tried to block it away, but just not able to get it back over the net.
Looks like it went straight through the net. I was unsure about which way that went. The Chargers do tie it up at 18 in the first set here tonight.
Getting late in this first set. It feels like whoever wins this first set is going to have all the momentum in this match. Jackway sets it up. Hall floats it over the top. Diving effort from Hafner. Now set up again, Fine Frock. Jackway. Lyons going for the kill. Kept alive again by Fine Frog, and then that's going to find its way out of play. Almost hitting the chair umpire. Point Spartans.
Reagan Lyons coming in clutch here in the late for the Spartans, forgetting about her past blocked kills and showing she deserves to be here tonight.
Jackway will serve. Spartans 6 points away from winning this first set, but just holding a 1-point lead. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh. Sipe keeps it alive. Jackway runs in. Hafner now. Gislin sets it up again, and the point finished off by Addie Shippey.
Slide there by Shippey. Design play to get her the ball on the outside. She has 120 kills this season and counting. Be sure to be on the lookout for her some more in this game.
Third highest on the squad in kills. Hafner to serve. Clips the top of the tape. That's happened a few times for the Chargers, and it's working right now.
Chargers take the lead 2019. This is the first time they've held the lead in quite a bit. Let's see if they can continue this momentum here and win this first set.
5 points away from closing out the first set. Hafner to Tyndall. So much power. Spartans struggling to return those serves, and Sinesh finishes it off. Just 4 points away from winning the set now are the Chargers.
Sinesh once again with the kill.
And we're going to get a timeout from the Spartans. Coach Holtzclaw calls the first of the evening in this match. Just back and forth right now. Carroll, 2-point lead. Might feel like a mountain right now with how competitive these points have been back and forth.
Absolutely. Both teams are still in this game. The Chargers do have the momentum. That's what Coach Holtzclaw is trying to do with this timeout, is slow them down, regroup her team, tell them we're still in this, it's not over.
Just in the early stages of this game, I've been very impressed by just how many powerful shots we've seen from both teams. There really haven't been a ton of long rallies. It's been both teams setting up good kill attempts for their leading attackers, and it's made it really hard to play defense early in this one.
There has been some powerful shots, but there's also been some floaters over the net. We've seen some trickery. Both teams are finding the open spots on the court, putting it there, showing their court awareness. It's great to see at a high school level.
So it only hasn't been all power. There's been some finesse involved as well. Hafner getting to continue her serve following the timeout. Spartans making their way back out onto the floor. 21-19, late in set one. Chargers trying to jump up to a 1-0 lead. Tyndall with the reception. Jackway sets it up. Walker going to get it over, but that's going to be out of bounds. Point Carroll, 3-point lead, 3 away from closing out the set.
The energy on the Spartan team as they get down deeper in the score hole is going down. They've got to get some points, get the serve back on their side, and gain some momentum back.
Hafner to Tyndall again, not able to control the serve. Point Carroll as they sit at 23, 2 away now.
2 away from closing out this first set. Right now, it's now or never for the Spartans. Hafner has been automatic serving so far. Sipe
Jackway gonna set it up. Lyons has her attempt rejected. Set point Carroll.
The Chargers are all over Lions tonight, blocking again and again as it's set point for the Chargers here in this first set.
Every time Lyons has gone to the net, it seems with a double team of blockers. Hafner serving for the set. Lyons sets it up to Tyndall. She's just going to try to get it over herself. Set up by Gislin. Signage to finish off the first set, and she does. The Carroll Chargers dominate late in the first set, and they take it 25-19 on the road.
Chargers there closing out the first set in style with the powerful kill there. Spartans, bit of a morale killer, if you don't say so myself. They had it at 19. It was all tied at 18, and the Chargers just pulled away there at the end.
We're going to step away, but you don't want to go anywhere. Set 2 coming up next.
Rethink your limits.
Back here at Homestead High School, one set of play in the books. And the Carroll Chargers take the first set 25-19. Homestead led most of the set by a point or two, but Carroll pulling away late.
All the way from 10 to about 18, the Spartans had a lead. The Chargers went up by 3. Spartans had to take a timeout, and from there, it was lights out by the Chargers.
Give credit to Kayla Hafner. She just took control on serve late in that first set. Not much the Spartan can do to respond. So a chance to regroup as we get set for set number 2. And what do you want to see from Homestead early in this second set?
Homestead's got to keep the energy up on the court, as well as incorporate more players on their team. Include your bench some. The Chargers have been stuffing Lions all first set, and they've just got to include more people, run some more plays. I want to see more slide plays for Alyssa Hall.
See what happens. As Ava Tyndall will be the one who checks out of the match to get this second set underway for Madeline Sipe on the Spartans.
Both the Spartans and the Chargers have kept the same lineup most of the first set. Let's see if they switch it up here in the second set.
The only substitutions we've really seen so far is for the libero in and out. But yeah, besides that, it's been all starters for these teams to this point. Lauren Peters, the only non-starter that's come into this match at any point besides then, and she's on serve right now. Peters to Lyons. And that's going to not be able to be kept alive by the Spartans. Point Carroll as they come out hot to start the second set.
Spartans seem kind of sluggish right now on the court. They got to pick up the energy. They are the home team. This crowd's got to get them into this match.
Crowd certainly has quieted it down some since the beginning. They were on their feet, still are, but not as energetic, but that'll get them going as Savvy Walker finishes off the point.
There's Walker from the middle. You don't see her much there. She's more on the outside, so maybe confusing the Chargers there as she's in the middle, slamming it down.
Lions to serve now for the Spartans. And that one, a mistake you can't have. trying to fight back after losing the first set. Got to try to avoid any and all errors.
Chargers take the lead 2-1, but Lions with the miss serve there. You don't see that often. She's got 28 aces on the season herself, so that's not something you see often.
Lydia Bashford checks in for the Spartans, making a play already. Jackway trying to punch that one over. Nowhere near making it, though, so Carroll 2-point lead early in set 2.
Chargers might run away with the second set here from the start. Just take it away with them. The Spartans have got to lock in right now, get some points up on the board.
Hafner to serve. She was the one who closed out that first set with a huge run on serve, and she gets another point there, second in a row.
Hafner there continuing the domination from the back line, putting some spin on her serve, putting some more power. She just keeps changing it to confuse the Spartans.
Tyndall sets it up. Now Jackway going to set it again. Tyndall punches it towards the back. And net violation going to go against Homestead. So point Carroll, and quickly starting to run away with this second set. Spartans got to rein it back in.
Tyndall with a net violation there. Just continued her momentum. Didn't have enough time to stop.
5-1 Carroll. Hafner makes a mistake. Service error. Something very rare from her, but maybe gives the Spartans a chance to regroup here back on serve and having one of their best set to do at Madeline Sight.
Very rare, but it is bound to happen on the serve there.
Sipe, line drive serve that she does so often. Sinesh floats it over, but goes out of play. So point Homestead, deficit halved, now down by just 2.
That might be the point the Spartans need to get back in this game. Only down by 2, you still have the serve, set up some plays, and spike the ball.
Sinesh with the reception. Gislin sets it up, and the point not finished off. Kept alive by the Spartans, and then out of play. Great diving effort from Homestead on that attempt, but it was Lola Sassy who was able to get them out of position.
Great job by the Spartans to keep it up there, but everyone on the court thought it was a dead ball, so everyone sort of stopped. But the refs didn't call it. You got to keep playing.
Gislin to serve. Bashford, Jackway. Tyndall rejected and not able to touch it again, so nothing the Spartans could do. Carroll lead up to 3.
Carroll Chargers leading by 4, actually. Score is 7-3 as the Chargers go to serve.
Tyndall sets it up. Jackway, Addie Tyndall finishes it off. So there we go. Spartans finally able to get a big kill here in the second set.
There it is. Addie Tyndall for the Spartans, getting the crowd up and going, showing we're not out of this. We're still in it. The Spartans are for sure going to start to feed her more and more if she can make plays like that.
AJ Little set to serve for the Spartans, down by 3. Got to try to get this offense rolling quickly. Little to Sinesh. Now Lauren Peters, Hirschberger, and that's going to be close, say just a bit long, so point Homestead.
Real close to the line there. Point does go to Homestead as AJ Little comes to serve. She's been a real good server so far this season for the Spartans. Let's see how she does here.
Another good one that time, Sinesh. Gislin, Hirschberger again, that time able to finish it off. Ava Tyndall got a piece, but not enough.
Chargers take the lead by 3. It's a bit of back and forth, but the Chargers do lead here for the majority of the second set as they come to serve.
Substitution as freshman Caitlin Peters comes in for Lauren Peters. Jackway sets it up. Tyndall. Going to be another close call. Spartans think they got it. Chargers think they got it. And point goes to Carroll.
Real close call there. The Spartans are dumbfounded. They for sure thought that was line, or at least close, as Kate Jackway goes to talk to the head official now.
Kate Jackway pleading her case to the chair ump. And Coach Holtzclaw pleading the case as well to the floor umpire, but the call does stand, so Carroll leads by 4. Jackway sets it up. Ava Tyndall finishes it off. Spartans maybe trying to get this offense rolling again as they've had some big kills on their last couple of points.
Ava Tyndall with a powerful kill there. Some might say ball don't lie.
Addie Tyndall to serve now for the Spartans. That one lost control of it as it found its way out of bounds. Looks like it hit off the top of her hand. There's another serving error made. We've seen quite a few here in this second set. Both teams making some errors. Now Feinfrock will try to avoid that as she goes to serve.
The second set, both teams are a lot less polished than they were in the first. Let's see if they can pull it back together here.
Tyndall, she's been receiving it most of the night. Lyons again blocked, and again it's Addie Shippey there to do it. I mean, Lyons just has to feel boxed in right now. She can't seem to break through.
For sure, the Chargers are up on the net every point. Every time the ball is in the air, the Chargers are there to stop it.
Can tell the game plan has definitely been to slow Lyons down. There's another serving error made there, so 7-11. Spartans trail by 4.
Spartans still down by 4 at the start of the second set, getting close to the finish. Both teams can still have a chance at winning this.
Ava Tyndall to serve. Hafner handles it. Gislin sets it up. And Caitlin Peters able to get that one over. Again, Spartans, they're getting pieces of the ball. They're blocking it a little bit, but just not able to send it back over the net as effectively as the Chargers.
Caitlin Peters still had some good placement, putting it right in between the two blockers that went up.
Hirschberger to Little. Now Tyndall. Jackway got to get it over, and she does. Sienish gets it, and then floated over by Gislin. Well, that's something we see so much from the Spartan setter, Jackway. Now the Charger setter, Gislin, making the no-look play, and the Chargers nearly doubling the Spartans right now in set 2, 13-7. Understandably, Coach Holtzclaw burns a timeout.
For sure. The timeout is crucial here. The momentum is all with the Chargers as their student section and away crowd get hype, get into this game.
Now Homestead really got to try to get something going. I mean, if you go down 2 sets against the Chargers, it's going to be really, really hard to come back. So this set means everything for Homestead.
Absolutely. If you don't win this second set, it's going to be really hard to come back. We did see the Spartans do it earlier in the season, pulling off a couple reverse sweeps in their games, but doing it against the number 6 ranked Carroll Chargers might be a struggle.
Carroll ranked number 6 in 4A. Mentioned in the pregame show, they're one of the favorites to make it to Muncie. Of course, HSC, the favorites in the North right now. But Carroll, you'd think one of those teams that thinks they have a good shot as well. Hirschberger to serve now for the Chargers. Tyndall again with the reception, and again not able to control. It's been a struggle for Addie Tyndall to get a handle on these receptions, as it's just been such great serving by the Chargers.
Addie Tyndall does have 77 digs on the season. We've seen her a lot in the back row this game, and Holtzclaw is deciding to keep her there.
77 digs and second on the team with receptions, 228 coming into the night. Tyndall gets the kill, but she might be struggling a little bit defensively, but somewhere she never struggles that offensive attacking.
That's why she's on the back row. I take that statement back. Chargers having to deal with Addie Tyndall from the back row, as well as their 2 outsides. Spartans are looking like menaces right now if they can complete this comeback.
Kate Jackway, another one of those D1 players for the Spartans, committed to IU Indy. Gislin sets it up. Shippey kept alive by Tyndall. Now Jackway. Lyons going cross court left-handed. Good effort. Chargers keep it alive, and Caitlin Peters finishes it off.
Peters there again on the left side of the court. We've seen her there all night, and we will continue to see her there. She does get subbed out. Chargers take the lead 15-8 as they go to serve. And
it'll be Lauren Peters who comes in place of Caitlin Peters. Lauren to Tyndall. Sipe gonna just find a way to keep it alive. Great hustle. Jackway, line drive, dig. Gislin, Sienish, her shot blocked. Hafler sets it up. Now Sienish again, and that one looks like it stayed in bounds, and it did. Point Carroll.
Real close call there. Both line judges not moving their flags. That is a tough call to make for the officials, but point does go to Carroll.
Now just 9 away from closing out this second set. Jackway sets it up. Lyons tries to float it up top. Gislin now sets it. Sienish floats it. Jackway diving effort. Sipe sets it up to Lyons. Hafner keeps it alive. Shippy, shot blocked, Alyssa Hall.
Alyssa Hall there up on the net in the middle, reaching over without touching the net. That takes intense focus and dedication to keep that ball away from your side.
Hall's been quiet on the scoring chart tonight, but don't be fooled. She has been in the trenches, so to speak, going for blocks time and time again, able to come through there. And then again, block this time. Addie Tyndall gets it, so Spartans, maybe a little momentum, get a couple points in a row.
Addie Tyndall getting herself some as the home crowd starts to get fired up. The Spartans are only down 6 now, but still hard work to complete this comeback.
Lions. Now Hafner sets it up. Sinesh floats it up top. Tyndall, Jackway. Now Walker, and that off the shoulder of Feinfrock. Sipe now sets it back. Gislin sets it up. Shippy blocked, kept alive by the Spartans. Jackway got to get it over and does. Hafner now. Set back up by Gislin. Sinesh, Sipe. And again, Sinesh resets. Gislin, Sinesh, and that time Spartans win the point. One of the longest rallies of the night.
The longest rally we have seen tonight. The Spartans and Chargers showing their endurance. The Spartans were on the defensive side most of that point. They kept coming back and back to the net, saying, keep that on your side. We don't want it.
Lions now. Hafner. Gislin sets it up. Shippy blocked. And Chargers keep it alive. So Sipe now to Jackway. Sets it up. Tyndall moving up front. Gets the kill. Homestead's deficit down to 4.
Tyndall has been getting active this second set, showing her presence. The home crowd is into this game, as well as the student section.
And Coach Sinesh going to be forced to burn a timeout as the Chargers lead down to 4 in the second set. Back here at Homestead High School, 16-12, another competitive set as the last one was 25-19 after the Chargers were able to pull away late. Right now it's the Spartans trying to make the comeback to win the second set.
The Chargers earlier in the second set had double the Spartans score, but the Spartans have brought it back, only down by 4 now as they had all the momentum, and that's why the Chargers used their timeout there.
Reagan Lions getting to continue to serve for the Spartans. They're down by as much as 7 at one point in this set. Sinesh finishes off that one for the Chargers, so able to regroup following the timeout. Build the lead back up to 5.
Timeout must have worked there as the Carroll Chargers go up 17-12, nearing the finish line of the second set. And as you said, Braxton, if the Chargers win the second set, it might be over tonight.
Lydia Bashford checks back in for Homestead. Sipe to Jackway. Tyndall. Deep one. Hafner keeps it alive. And 2 Chargers collide, but able to get it over the net. So Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall blocked away. Now Sinesh. Hall sets it up. Jackway going to go for another set. Tyndall floats it over the front line. Gets the point for the Spartans.
Jackway just feeding Addie Tyndall tonight, giving her every ball she wants in whatever spot she wants.
Sipe will be to serve for the Spartans. Very few players they'd rather have serving right now in need of a comeback in the second set. Sinesh has her attempt blocked. Now Jackway sets it up. Sipe. Tyndall. Chargers get a piece of it. Gislin. Sassy finishes it off as it was deflected out of play by Madeline Sipe.
Sassy there with the kill from the middle. She's got 115 and counting on the season. We haven't seen her much in the first set, but she's here now in the second set, giving the Chargers the points they need.
5-point lead now, 7 points away from closing out the second set. Jackway floats it to Ava Tyndall. And they're going to say hand crossed the net, it looks like, so point Carroll.
Carroll starting to run away with this game. That timeout the Chargers took was absolutely crucial to what's happening now, as the Chargers are up 19-13.
Jackway diving effort, and Bashford not able to keep it alive. Just all out of sorts there for the Spartans. Deficit 7. Chargers 5 points away from closing the set out now.
Both teams still have one timeout left. You might expect to see the Spartans take a timeout here.
Tyndall, Jackway, Ava Tyndall finishes it off the point. So the Spartans looking better in the back half of this set, but still in desperate need of a run, down by 6.
Chargers still up by 6. Spartans go to serve now, but the Chargers are feeling a bit comfortable with the lead they have now, getting close to the end of the second set.
So now AJ Little, she went on a bit of a run. Her first time at serve in the first set, not so much last time. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh floats it over the front line, and it just seems the Spartans are leaving too much space, but it's so hard to guard this Charger defense when you never know if it's going to be a powerful kill or just a little float like that.
The Spartans are staying too flat-footed right now. They've got to be on their toes, ready, and expect anything to happen at any time.
Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall gets it to land on the back line.
There, Addie Tyndall goes again. She has been the favorite for kills today in this game, and expect her, if they do complete this comeback, to be a huge part of it.
Now Tyndall will be on the serve. Chargers leading by 6. Caitlin Peters, Gislin, Peters again. Kept alive, Jackway, Lions, piece of it, but falls in play for the Spartans. They score on back-to-back rallies.
There's Lions on the left side there instead of Tyndall. But Reagan Lyons we've talked about this before, getting blocked, getting stuffed in the past, but she is not letting that affect her.
Give Lyons credit. She has not stopped fighting up front, even with the double teams. The way the Chargers defense has been cheating to her side all night long. Siner sets it up. Caitlin Peters. Addie Tyndall keeps it alive. Jackway. Now Lyons going for it again. Able to get it past the front line, but kept alive. Gislin, sassy with the fake. Caitlin Peters floats it over. Jackway sets it up. Ava Tyndall with a piece. Hafner will reset it. Sinesh going for it. Sipe can't keep it alive. Point. Carroll, 3 away from closing out the set.
Carroll here getting real close. The crowd from both sides are heavily invested in this game tonight as the Chargers lead by 6.
Spartans fans and team not happy about something, not quite sure what they're talking about. Coach Holtzclaw meeting with one of the officials right now. You see there, not quite sure what the call is, but obviously not happy.
Many fans upset here in Spartan Arena tonight, but the game will go on.
3 points away from closing out the set. 6-point lead. Fine Frock serves. Addie Tyndall sets it up. Reagan Lyons going for it again. Again, it's blocked away. Ava Tyndall to Lyons. Deep this time. Sinesh keeps it alive. Gislin comes running in. Now Caitlin Peters. Tyndall diving effort. Jackway blocked. Ava Tyndall, though, on the putback.
Ava Tyndall showing her reaction time. Kate Jackway tried to put it over, but the Chargers blocked it, and out of midair, Tyndall grabbed it and threw it back. That takes intense focus.
Homestead chipping into the deficit, but running out of time in set number 2. Ava Tyndall. Now Gislin sets it up. Shippy back into the match and already making her presence felt.
Shippy giving her team the edge here. The Chargers only need 2 more to win as they go to serve. It's looking really good for the Chargers here tonight in the second set.
Hirschberger will be the one to serve for the Chargers, but first we're going to get a timeout on the floor called by Homestead, their second and final of the set. So down by 6. Things looking pretty good for the Chargers right now. What does Coach Holtzclaw tell her team in the huddle?
Coach Holtzclaw has got to tell her team it's not over. They can still complete this comeback. Only down 6. It's doable. The Chargers will be serving when we come back from this timeout. So they've got to receive the ball, set up plays, include your whole team, get the rotation going, and stay on your toes.
Then meanwhile for Coach Sinesh, how does she keep her team focused for these next 2 points?
She's just got to tell her team to be calm and collected. They only need 2 more points. They're looking like the favorites right now. They just need to serve. We've seen them being good servers, a good serving team all night long. So they've just got to go out there, stay calm and collected, and they'll cruise out of the second set.
Well, the Chargers only have 3 losses on the season, and it's rare for them to drop a set in matches that they win. So if they're able to go up 2-0, things are going to be looking very bleak for the Spartans. See what happens, though. Hirschberger will serve for Carroll. Received by Tyndall. Jackway comes running in. Lions. And again blocked, but it falls on the Carroll side, so Homestead gets the point.
Although Lions keeps getting blocked, keeps getting 2 people met with her at the net, the Spartans still decide to feed her, trusting that she's going to work out for them. Only being a sophomore, the Spartans are putting their trust in her.
Jackway, Hafner, Gislin. And that one, a weak one that falls over as the Spartans can't handle the block. And how about this for the second set in a row? It's set point Carroll.
Chargers making substitutions for the server. Lauren Peters comes in to serve for the Chargers at set point.
So she can finish this set off, and that's going to go long, so it keeps hope alive for Homestead. For now, still down 5. They'd have to win 5 points in a row to keep this set alive.
It's not looking too good for the Spartans here, but you never know. Here comes the serve.
Lions, good server. Hirschberger, now Lauren Peters. Cross-court Sinesh. Sipe keeps it alive. Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall floats it over top. Sinesh. Gislin. Shippey blocked away. Ball falling around, and it lands on the side of the Spartans. And Carroll takes set number 2, 25-19 for the second set in a row. And now just 1 away from closing this match out.
Rethink your limits.
Special moment here at Spartan Arena as Kate Jackway being honored by the Spartans fans for all she has done for this team. A senior setter on the squad, committed to IU Indy, and the leader on this team with assists. And there you see it, 1,000 for her in her career.
1,000 assists is no easy feat to do in high school, but she joins the club here tonight as she gets the ball surrounded by her team. All good vibes.
Certainly a moment of good vibes that the Spartans need right now in this second set break, and they'll try to get things regrouped before we head to set number 3. We'll step away as the Carroll Chargers lead 2-0. Third set coming up next. Back here at Spartan Arena, Braxton Hall joined alongside Josh Bobay as we get set for a pivotal set number 3 between the number 6 Carroll Chargers and number 13 Homestead Spartans. Carroll leading this match 2-0. And with all the momentum, it seems right now a good chance to close things out here in the third.
The Carroll Chargers are showing why they're ranked number 6 here tonight, playing an away game, being up 2-0 against the number 13 ranked Homestead Spartans is not easy to do.
And not only is it an away game, but it's one of the most hostile environments we see in volleyball anywhere in the state as the fans come out in droves for this rivalry matchup. So it's hard to communicate with all the noise coming from the crowd, but Chargers have made it look easy tonight as they've done such a great job getting up front and getting those blocks set to stop the Spartans.
The Chargers were having some fun during the timeout, dancing, just having fun, showing they're up 2-0. They can close this out, no sweat.
Homestead certainly still, I mean, if you're Coach Holtzclaw, you have to be proud of your team to this point. You've been competitive in both sets, especially the first set. It looked like the Spartans were going to have a chance to win that one late, just kind of let things slip. But both of those first 2 sets were competitive, 25-19 each. So you know your team can win the set and maybe come back and win the match. You just now don't have any insurance. You can't afford to drop a set.
For sure, you've got to be proud of your team. This game has been neck and neck all game. Chargers have had the edge, though.
Oh, not a good start to the third set for the Spartans as Kate Jackway makes the error. Just her 3rd overall error of the season.
She's got 17 aces on the season. We have seen a lot of errors here tonight by both teams, so that's coming out to show.
Hafner, Tyndall, and Spartans not able to get to that one. Lions and Sipe are both trying to converge on it, but point Carroll. So just like the last set, Chargers get the first couple points.
Looking very identical to the past sets. As you said, Braxton, Chargers go up 2-0 here. See if they can continue their run.
Jackway sets it up. Tyndall going for the kill. Chargers got a piece of it, but Hafner couldn't change her direction in time, so point Homestead.
Catching Hafner on ice, the Spartans get their first point of the third set.
Now Lions will serve for the Spartans. Gislin sets it up. Sassy shot blocked. Sipe now sets it. Jackway. Walker. She struggled a bit tonight as that one goes long as well.
We haven't seen the ball going to Walker or the right side of the court often. Most of the points here scored by the Spartans have been from Addie, Tyndall, and Reagan Lyons from the left side.
Interesting you mentioned that because the Chargers' defense is on that far side, but they've done such a great job of directing the order of play in that direction that it's been hard for the Spartans to get to the open spaces, but they're able to do it right there.
Savvy Walker with the kill there. The Spartans went right back to her, and you saw after that point, Jackway was giving her some words of confirmation, helping her out on the court and coaching.
Sipe makes an error there. So point goes to the Chargers. Sinesh on the serve. Leads the team in kills and in aces, so she knows how to do it. And she's back behind the white line, but the Spartans able to get the point there.
Although being down 2 sets, the Spartans are still out there playing hard, having fun, and smiling out there on the court. That's something you love to see in high school sports.
AJ Little will serve for the Spartans. Little deeper serve. Hafner receives it. Gislin sets it up, and Hirschberger not able to finish the point. So Jackway cross court to Tyndall, blocked away again. And it is just the Great Wall of China up front for the Chargers as the Spartans can't break through.
There are those blockers we've seen all night long. Lola Sassy, one of them. She's got many blocks on the season. She gets subbed out here tonight, but the Carroll Chargers still have blockers used up there on the net.
Feinfrock will serve now. Team up by 2. Sipe to Jackway. Tyndall going to be a close play at the net, able to get it down. Great job by Addie Tyndall using all of her 6'2" frame right there.
There's Addie Tyndall once again. Spartans down 4-5 in this third set as Addie Tyndall comes to serve.
Tyndall deep serve. Seems to have been working a little bit better for the Spartans so far. Caitlin Peters, though, able to finish it off. There's just no way for Little to handle that one.
Caitlin Peters just has too much power on that. AJ Little, when taking in the ball, she opened up her body to the right. The ball flung out with it. You've got to stay square with the ball and stay ready.
Caitlin Peters, only a freshman and not super tall at 5'8", but just such a great job of getting those kills. We mentioned it earlier, but she's the third highest on the team.
There's Ava Tyndall with the kill. Senior at 6 foot, showing how to use her rotation to get open, find the open space on the court, and place it there.
Homestead looking much more competitive in this set than the last. Early in the last, I should say, but the Chargers finished off the point as Shippey was in on that one.
You said it. This is looking similar to the first set. We said that about the second set, too. This might come to see that it has the same outcome as those first 2 sets if the Spartans keep trailing here in this third set.
Lauren Peters on serve. Tyndall. Jack Way. Alyssa Hall blocked away. It doesn't matter which Spartan's trying to get it over the net. The Chargers just not having any of it.
Spartans trying the slide play there with Alyssa Hall. It didn't work. The Carroll Chargers just have too many bodies up on the net to get through.
Peters again to serve, and Tyndall kind of caught in between there, but able to get it. Lyons floats it over top. Chargers keep it alive. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh deep, not able to get it in play. Point Homestead, but great job by Carroll. Once again, even though they don't get the point there, they are taking away all the Spartans' options, blocking up front, and the second line is moving up close enough that the Spartans really can't float it over top either.
That's right. We've seen their rotation all night. It's been picture perfect and what you want to see out of a high school volleyball team, and that's why they're ranked number 6.
Hirschberger. Ball goes a little bit wide that time, so Spartans deficit now just 1 and still on serve.
Errors are the name of the game here tonight by both sides. That has been the majority of points scored here tonight as the Spartans come to serve down 7-8.
Jackway Hafner already diving effort. Gislin, Sinesh, Sipe keeps it alive, going to the ground with the dig. Addie Tyndall going for the kill, and that one lands inbound. This set's tied at 8.
From the back line, Addie Tyndall showing the power. The Carroll Chargers can't block that one even if they tried.
And speaking of 8, it'll be number 8 to serve for the Spartans, Kate Jackway. Hafner, Gislin, Shippey finishes it off. Addie Tyndall not able to get that one.
Shippey there with the kill. She's got 120 on the season. Adding to that total tonight, she's been a huge part of this Carroll Chargers offense.
Kayla Hafner to serve. She's probably been the best in this match between both sides when it comes to serving. Sinesh sets it up. Gislin, now Sinesh. Slipe gets a piece of it, but sends that flying 6 rows deep. Point Carroll.
Carroll goes up 10-8 here in this third set. Both teams still have both of their timeouts to use as we near the middle of this third set. Expect a timeout to be called to slow the other team's momentum real soon.
Hafner, Tyndall sets it up. Jackway, Walker, and she's able to get that one to go, powering through the block attempt from Sinesh and Sassy.
Walker there with the slide play. The Spartans have seemed to implement her on that right side as the game continues to go on.
Now back to just a 1-point deficit here in the third set. Reagan Lyons to serve. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh. Jackley gets a piece, but not enough. Powerful kill from Bailey Sinesh.
Sinesh once again for the Carroll Chargers, showing why she deserves to be here. Standing at 5'11", only a junior. She'll come back next year bigger and better for the Carroll Chargers.
Only a junior, already a captain. Obviously the daughter of the head coach, Pandy Sinesh, as the Spartans able to strike back right there.
Addie Tyndall again on the outside. We've seen it again and again. The Carroll Chargers need to start putting more blockers up there on the left side to deal with Addie Tyndall.
Sipe to serve. Sinesh, now Gislin, and blocked away. Hirschberger can't do anything. Ava Tyndall and Savvy Walker teaming up on that one.
There are the blockers shown there for the Spartans. They're getting some of that as the officials come and talk on the court now with the line judges.
Interesting conversation. Not quite sure what they're talking about here. Looks like a fairly routine play. I'll wait and see. Maybe there's some question of whether or not the ball might have hit the antenna at some point. Not really sure. But point does go to Homestead in the end anyways.
That might get the crowd going as the score comes to 11-11. Spartans serve as the officials are still talking with head coach Pandy Sinish of the Chargers.
Coach Sinish certainly pleading her case about something, but she seems decently happy with the resolution. And so Sipe will serve. Sinish. Gislin sets it up. Hirschberger blocked away. Sassy now. High, soaring, dig. Spartans just flick it over. Chargers get back into position. Jackway now. Addie Tyndall blocked, but rolls out of play. Spartans take their first lead of the third set.
Addie Tyndall seems to be everywhere on the court. Left, right, middle, from the back row. She's unstoppable right now.
She has really come alive since about midway through the second set and just kind of taking over for the Spartans. Gislin sets it up. Sinish not able to get it over. Too many touches. Point Homestead.
Point goes to the Spartans. They lead 13-11. This is the biggest lead they've had here in the second and third set. Sinish with the miss hit there. You don't see that often. She might start to be getting a little rattled here tonight.
Sipe to Sinish again. Gislin sets it up again. That one bit out of control. Sinish just gets it over. Hafner. Gislin. Sinish kept alive as Lydia Bashford went to the ground to get that one. Tyndall blocks it, but it falls out of play. Point Carroll.
Chargers gaining the momentum right back on their side. They're only down one now. Head coach for the Chargers, Pandy Sinish, is trying to hype her team up, almost walking on the court there.
And Caitlin Peters checks into the match in place of Lauren. And then an ace, that time from Bailey Sinish.
All tied up at 13. Chargers have the serve. They have the momentum. The crowd are on their feet and invested in this close game here in the third set.
Sinish. Tyndall. Jackaway sets it up. Addie Tyndall gets it over. Gislin, Sassy, and Peters floats that one, gets it over. Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall going for the back line, and she gets it to fall.
There she is in the middle again. Senior Addie Tyndall standing so high with such a high vertical. She can perform well anywhere on the court.
And now AJ Little going to check back in place of Savvy Walker. Homestead leading by one midway through this third set. Neither team able to pull away right now. Sinish, Gislin, and then Hirschberger blocked away. Addie Tyndall and Ava Tyndall both in on that one.
Spartans there trying to get the block, but they push it out of bounds. All tied up at 14 as the Chargers come to serve with Freinfrock serving.
A little bit wide on that far side, so tied up at 14. Freinfrock. Tyndall going for it, and that one, we're going to say, falls in play. So how about that? Addie Tyndall with another kill. Chargers in disbelief, but Spartans beginning to roll.
Addie Tyndall adding to her total kills for the night and on the season. Carroll Chargers are frustrated with that call as the line judge puts his flag down, signaling in.
Tyndall to serve now. Hafner, Gislin, and Peters sends that one wide, so the Spartans lead now up to 2.
Peters with 122 kills on the season. We don't see that a lot from her.
And Carroll going to be forced to burn a timeout for the first time since the first set as Pandy Sinish finds her team down. Something they really have not done a lot this season or in this match.
We saw this timeout called exactly like this with the situation in the second set, trying to slow down the Spartans' momentum as they take the lead. We'll see if it has the same effect coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, it was a very similar scoreline and point in the set when that timeout came back in set 1. That gave the Chargers all the momentum they needed as they really took over from there and ended up getting the 25-19 win in set number 1, hoping for a similar result here. Obviously, if they win this third set, it would close out the match.
Both teams coming onto the court after talking it over. As we get started coming back from the timeout here in this third set.
Addie Tyndall to serve again for the Spartans. Tyndall, Hafner, Gislin sets it up. Hirschberger, piece of it from the Spartans. Jackway sets it up. And Tyndall just kind of punches it deep. Sinesh gets it. Gislin, Shippey gets that one to fall. And so the Chargers come out of the timeout and get the point.
Starting to look exactly like this Pat situation with the timeout. Pandy Sinesh knowing when to call the timeouts, how to use them, how to slow the other team's momentum. Spartans still up 16-15. So Chargers come to serve.
Hirschberger. Little. Jackway. Lions able to get that one just off the fingertips of Shippey, breaking through the wall.
Lions there on the right side of the court instead of left where we've normally seen her. The Chargers don't seem to put up blockers with as much energy on the right side, so maybe the Spartans push to that side a little more.
Ava Tyndall now. Hafner, Gislin, Shippey, and Tyndall keeps it alive temporarily, but then Addie Tyndall not able to get to that one. Just out of her reach. The Chargers deficit just at 1. Homestead has not had a lead bigger than 2 in this third set. They are scrapping and clawing. Both teams are for every point. Tyndall, Jackway, Tyndall again, and Hafner keeps it alive, and then it's finished off. Looks like it was Hirschberger able to get that point for the Chargers.
Hirschberger there with 2 hands, almost throwing it down on the other side of the court. It's all tied up at 17. Chargers to serve.
Lauren Peters. Little Jackway. Tyndall again with that kind of punch hit forward. Gislin sets it up. Hirschberger comes crashing in, and they're going to say double touch on Alyssa Hall. So Carroll regains the lead. Very, very similar situation to set number 1, and now just 7 points away from closing this match out.
As we near the end of this third set, we'll see if this one ends just like the others.
Jackway sets it up. Lions finishes it to the ground. Reagan Lions happy with that one.
Getting the crowd going here in Spartan Arena tonight. All tied up at 18.
And the Spartans going for offense is Savvy Walker, one of the taller players on this team. Actually tied for the tallest at 6'2". Checks back into the match. And trying to get the block there, but it goes out of play. Chargers get the point.
The Spartans are putting up the blockers on the net, but they just aren't as productive and as effective as the Chargers blockers of keeping the ball on the other side. Just seems to come off the side and onto their side.
Hafner. Jackway. Lions kept alive by Hirschberger, but it falls just out of bounds. 19 all.
Powerful hit there by Lions. The lefty on the left side is dangerous to play against.
Reagan Lions now. Homestead has not broken 20 points in any set to this point. We'll see if they can do it here. Sinesh. Tyndall, now Jackway. Walker going for the kill and just kind of bounces off her elbows and over, but Chargers finishes it off and retake the lead.
Sinesh there finding the open spot on the court, the back right corner. The Spartans all seem to crowd towards one spot, leaving many spots on the court open, and the Carroll Chargers found that spot and placed it with precision.
Sophia Gislin to serve now. By far the leading setter on this team, has been a huge factor tonight. Addie Tyndall, shot blocked out of play. Point Homestead. They break 20 for the first time tonight.
There it goes, all tied up at 20. This third set is neck and neck, and there is tension here in Spartan Arena as Madeline Sipe comes to serve for the Spartans.
She went on a run earlier in the set, tried to do here. That one just clips the top of the tape, but gets over. Sinesh floats it deep and finds the back left corner. How about that touch from Bailey Sinesh?
Precision there by the Chargers, right in the back left corner. If that was an inch farther, it would have been out as the Carroll Chargers take the lead 21-20 in this third set here tonight.
And now Sinesh to serve. Tyndall, Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall, no. As it hits the top of the net, Carroll 2-point lead, 3 points away from victory.
Carroll running away with this third set. Let's see if they can continue this run, close it out tonight.
And Coach Holtzclaw calls the timeout. Got to try to rally the troops at least one more time in this third set. As all three sets have been ultra competitive to this point. But Carroll taking the first two, and right now in line to take the third as well.
Carroll coach Pandy Sinesh, I think a key to this game has been the timeouts that she has been calling. They have been perfect spots, and they have slowed down the Spartans' momentum when they took those leads. I think that's a key to them being so successful here tonight.
Volleyball so often a game of momentum, game of going on runs, especially with serving. But you mentioned it, Coach Sinesh has been very precise when she uses her timeouts. It's helped to turn her squad around whenever they've been struggling. Coach Holtzclaw hoping to do the exact same thing right here. As the teams head back out onto the floor. Bailey Sinesh to serve. 41 aces on the year coming into tonight. Sinesh. Jackway, and no, not able to get a piece of it as it's tipped over by Caitlin Peters. 2 points away now for the Chargers.
Spartans looking bleak out there on the court right now, down 3. If the Spartans score 5 straight here, they can close out this third set, make it 2-1.
Jackway sets it up. Walker gets the kill. Spartans not done yet.
Spartans not giving up here tonight, knowing they still have a chance to do it. They've been here before. They have the experience. They have the veterans. It's not over.
And now AJ Little will come in place of Savvy Walker to serve. She's been the one they play in this position whenever on the back line. Gislin sets it up and blocked away. Hirschberger couldn't get it. Addie Tyndall sends it back. Spartans down by just 1 now.
The Spartans bench erupting, almost running onto the court in excitement. The home crowd is in it, and the Spartans are hyped right now.
And Coach Sinesh going to be forced to burn her second timeout of the set as the Spartans use their timeout to perfection. Come out and get 2 of the next 3 points. And now right back in this match. It's all to play for still.
All timeouts tonight have been very effective, very situational. The coach's awareness is showing tonight. They're into this game. They're invested. Let's see if this Charger timeout can slow down the Spartans.
See what happens. Not only the fans on the edge of their seat. They've been treated to some great volleyball tonight. We've seen high power shots. We've seen long rallies. We've seen 3 extremely close sets. Give the Chargers credit. They've been slightly better all night long. Spartans trying to strike back here.
The scoreboard might show the Chargers up 2-0, but all these sets have been neck and neck, except maybe the second one. This one here is no different as the Chargers lead 23-22 as the Spartans get the serve.
So here we go. AJ Little on serve for the Spartans. Down by 1 very, very late in set number 3. Little going deep with the serve. Sinesh was the one who receives it. Now Hafner sets it up for Caitlin Peters. Little. Tyndall now going for the kill and able to get it. We're tied at 23.
Tied at 23. Addie Tyndall's been a huge part of this game, and in these crucial moments here when they need to stay afloat, they are going to her and putting their full trust in her tonight.
Chargers making a substitution. As for the first time tonight, we're going to see Ellie Oski come onto the floor. Little Deep serve, Hafner just able to control it. Sassy floats it over, Tyndall diving effort, Jackway blocked, Ava Tyndall pushed over by Little. Now Peters rejected, it'll be set point Spartans.
Spartans take the lead 24-23. The crowd erupts as well as the bench. The Spartans take the lead here, get set point, and are looking to close out this third set.
Coach Holtzclaw laughing and smiling there. Her team has been showing up late in this third set, and now AJ Little set point to extend the match. Little serves it back left. Gislin sets it up. Caitlin Peters gets it to fall. 24-24. Doesn't get much better than this.
All tied up here in set 3 at Spartan Arena. 24-24 as the Chargers come to serve. Fine Frock here to serve.
Fine Frock for the Chargers. Sipe. Jackway sets it up. Ava Tyndall rejected by Addie Shippey, and it's match point, Carroll Chargers.
Addie Shippey with the block. We've seen her on the net all night long and coming in clutch tonight in these crucial moments of the third set.
And timeout, Homestead. The final for either team in this third set. And they have to win this next point to extend the match as Carroll, give them credit, still fighting and showing resiliency even as the Spartans have fought back in this third set.
There might be some game planning going on here in both sets, making designated plays, knowing what player is going to do what with the ball is crucial to scoring here late here in the third set.
So Hayden Fine-Frock, not particularly known for her serving, but she has been very solid all evening long. What do the Spartans try to draw up here?
The Spartans just got to receive the ball. We've seen many errors tonight. They have to keep the ball in play, keep it in the air, and create a slide play or feed Addie Tyndall on the left side. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
See what happens. Fine Frock serving for the match. And Coach Holtzclaw going over to the scorer's table right now, and Addie Tyndall running to the sideline as well. It looks like she's going to have her knee wrapped up, so maybe icing the server right here as a huge moment coming up for Fine Frock.
Some type of athletic tape being put on Addie Tyndall as both teams on the court talk it over. Maybe some words of encouragement here by the veterans.
So quickly, Tyndall back out on the floor. And we build the scene once again. Hayden Fine Frock to serve for the match. Here we go. She takes a breath. And that goes long. We're tied at 25. The match goes on.
The home crowd ready to storm the court here. All tied up at 25. The serve goes to the Spartans. Addie Tyndall to serve.
Addie Tyndall with the freshly taped up knee to serve for the Spartans. 25 all in set number 3.
She's got 15 aces on the season. She's a good server. Let's see if she shows it here.
Tyndall floats that one. Caitlin Peters sets it up. Hafner now back to Peters. Little into the net. Jackway. Ava Tyndall gets it over for the Spartans. Gislin sets it up. Shippey finishes it off.
Gislin there with the kill. Shippey, excuse me. The point goes to the Spartans.
And you see the Carroll student section in disbelief. They called a violation very late after they'd already given the point to Carroll. It goes to Homestead instead. Not quite sure what the call was, but now all of a sudden it goes from match point Carroll to now set point Homestead, 26-25. And who else but Addie Tyndall to take the serve. Tyndall now floats it in. Sinesh to Gislin. Shippey floats it over top, but into the net, and the Spartans win set number 3, and we're playing 4 tonight.
The crowd goes crazy as the Spartans win this third set here tonight, showing no mercy. The Spartans are still in this. They still want to play tonight. They've got time.
All the momentum on the Spartan bench as they take set number 3, 27-25, and we play on at Spartan Arena.
Rethink your limits.
I can't wait to get you home.
Ooh, I'm gonna eat you up when you go home. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait. I'm just gonna bite you.
Oh, baby, that looks amazing. Marcos, pizza lovers get it.
Back here for set number 4 at Homestead High School. It has been a fun and very, very competitive night. Carroll winning the first 2 sets, 25-19, and the Homestead Spartans rallying late to win set 3, 27-25.
The Spartans are not giving up just yet. They still want to win this. We've seen them pull off the reverse sweep earlier in the season. If they could do it here again versus the number 6 4A Carroll Chargers, that would be insane.
Should be a fun one coming down the stretch. It already has been a fun one all night long. Only one time this season in a match that the Chargers have won, a 5-set match, I should say, that the Chargers have won, did they drop a set. So the Spartans, just the second team to do that in a best-of-5 set match. Concordia was the other. So who knows, maybe a little bit of history on the Spartan side if they're going to look to make a comeback.
Both the home and away crowd are heavily invested in this game, cheering on their team. This is a game to watch tonight here at Spartan Arena.
Both teams going through final talks with their coaches before heading back out onto the court for what should be a great 4th set. Chargers win this set, and they win the match. If Homestead wins it, we'll play a 5th to decide it all. And we expect to be another competitive one, just like the other 3 to this point.
It's looking like both teams out on the court now are keeping the same lineup we've seen all night, the same starters. See what will happen in this 4th set here tonight.
It's a night where the bench not going to be too involved. The best of the best out there for each squad. As right now, AJ Little will be on the bench for the Spartans. So it'll be Savvy Walker. Those are the 2 that have been rotating the most throughout the night for Homestead. We've seen Lydia Bashford come in a little bit as well, and Ava Tyndall. So here we go. Lauren Peters will serve to open this 4th set, and Jackway trying to kick it soccer style after the low dig from Tyndall, but Carroll opens the set with the point.
Carroll does score the first point of this 4th set here tonight. This has been the story of the past 3 sets as Chargers serve.
Jackway sets it up. Walker going for the kill. Excuse me, it was Lyons, and she's able to convert.
Lyons there with the kill, tying the game up at 1. We've seen her on that left side all night. Sometimes gets blocked, sometimes puts it through. There she puts it through to give the Spartans the tie.
And now she'll head to serve as well. Hafner with the reception. Gislin sets it up. Shippey, it's going to be close. They're going to say out of play, wide left. Point Homestead.
Shippey there in the middle. We've seen her at the end of the 3rd set coming in clutch for the Carroll Chargers, making big plays.
Gislin sets it up again. Sinesh finishes it off. It's not much Jackway could do there.
All tied up at 2. The Chargers go to serve. substitution for Homestead. Reagan Lyons comes out as Lydia Bashford comes in for the Spartans.
Bashford's been getting some good reps throughout the night on that back line as Walker blocked, but it falls out of play. Sassy was the last one to touch it. Point Homestead.
There are those blockers we've seen all night. Lola Sassy has been a big part of the blocking team here tonight.
Sipe to serve for the Spartans. Low one. Hirschberger gets it. Tyndall not able to get the kill. Kept alive by the Chargers. Sinesh over top. Sipe just gets enough of it. Tyndall to Ava Tyndall, but she wasn't ready for it. Out of play. Tied at 3.
Some miscommunication there from the Spartans. Got to be more vocal on the court. Have some confidence. Know when it's your ball to get and when it's not your ball to get.
Gislin to serve. Walker just able to find the angle on that one. Hafner sets it up. Sinesh. Ava Tyndall gets a piece, but not enough. Carroll retakes the lead.
Goes off the hand of Ava Tyndall and scorches outside of the lines, giving the Chargers the lead 4-3.
Did you expect anything different? Back and forth early in this fourth set. Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall, piece from the Chargers, but not enough. It falls to the ground, and just like that, we're tied back up.
Who else on the left side? None other than Addie Tyndall, giving the Spartans a majority of their points here tonight.
Leading scorer for the Spartans tonight and all season long. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh floats it deep, but well out of play. Homestead regains the lead now.
Sinesh there has 296 kills on the season. She tried to go for the float ball there. Maybe it wasn't the right move. Maybe she should have tried to slam it onto the court.
Little to serve. Powerful one deep. Peters can't handle it. Hafner keeps it alive. Lauren Peters gets it over the net. From 50 feet away, Addie Tyndall going for the kill. And now Ava Tyndall. Hafner sets it up. Hirschberger floats it. Sipe sets it. Now Jackway. Addie Tyndall going for the kill. And splits 2 Carroll defenders to get it to the ground.
Splitting the Carroll team, finding the holes in their rotation, catching them flat-footed. Sinesh there for the Chargers, trying to dive for it, but she couldn't get to it.
6-4 Homestead. AJ Little to serve again. That one handled by Oski. Now Gisner sets it up. Little, Sipe, Tyndall going left to right all the way across court. Lauren Peters now. Sipe again. And Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall. And Hafner again, another dig. She is everywhere. Gets a piece of that one. Lauren Peters high into the sky. Sinesh gets it over softly. Now Jackway. Tyndall with the soft touch as well. Hafner sets it. Gisner. Now Oski finishes it on the left side. And they'll say point Carroll as it falls inbound.
Close call there. The ball hitting the line. These long rallies we see are exciting to watch as both teams scrambling around the court, trying to find their position and where they should be. The Carroll Chargers do end up winning that.
Now it'll be Sinesh to serve for Carroll. Ashford, Jackway, Addie Tyndall blocked away. And Oski and Sassy combined for that block.
The Carroll Chargers might have found a way to stop Addie Tyndall there on the outside, putting some of their best blockers out there to try and stuff her kills.
And they're going to wipe up some sweat off the floor, some slipping going on the Spartan side. So a brief moment for these two teams to kind of catch their breath and what's just been a high-energy, non-stop game to this point.
Absolutely. Both crowds still in this game. It's going back and forth. Call it a ping-pong game. If you say the Carroll Chargers come to serve when it's all tied up at 6-6.
Sinesh to serve. Sipe gets the low dig. Jackway. Ava Tyndall blocked away. Spartans will reset. Jackway going to Addie Tyndall. Floats it over top. Kept it live. Hafner goes back. Sinesh. Sipe now. High into the rafters. Now Little to Sipe. She'll get that one over. Hafner to Gislin, setting something up for Peters. Blocked away by Kate Jackway. Not something you see too often, but she makes it work right there.
Kate Jackway with the block, standing at only 5'10". You don't see her up on the net that often, but saving her team there with the block by herself.
It's an all-hands-on-deck effort for the Spartans. It shows right there. Addie Tyndall back to serve. Gislin will set it up. Goes to Addie Tyndall. And Chargers resetting Gislin. Peters, and it took a deflection off of the Spartans, so point Carroll.
Peters there with the kill. On the left side, we've seen her there all night, all tied up at 7.
Fine Frock will serve now for the Chargers.
As we near the middle of the set, both teams still have both timeouts at their disposal.
Timeouts certainly played a huge factor in the outcome of the third set as Ava Tyndall punishes that ball.
Splitting the Carroll back line there, finding it on the court with perfection and power.
And now Hafner's going to check back into the match for the Chargers. As Ava Tyndall off her kill will now go to serve. Tyndall to Sinesh. Now Hafner sets it up, and Caitlin Peters, just a bit of hesitation, not able to connect. Second time tonight we've seen that happen to her.
Great set there by Hafner, but Peters whiffing it again. She did that one time in the first set. That's not something you see often out of her.
Ava Tyndall to serve. Again to Sinesh. Now Hafner going for Peters. And that takes a deflection off the Spartans. Falls down for the Chargers, deficit at 1.
Chargers there showing excitement on the court. They're happy to be here. They're setting up the plays that they want to execute, and they're executing them with perfection.
Hirschberger to serve. Down by 1. Tyndall with the reception. Jackway. Lions kept alive by the Chargers and floated over top by Gislin. A couple times tonight we've seen her do that now.
Right in the middle of the court. All Spartans diving for it, unable to get to it to score. Tied at 9 here in this fourth set.
Jackway to Hall, and point Carroll. They call a violation against the Spartans.
Might have been a net violation there. The Chargers do take the lead. See if they can continue their run and put up some big numbers here in the fourth.
Little gets the reception. Jackway sets it up for Tyndall. Hafner gets it, but well out of play. Hirschberger can't catch it. We remain tied.
Tyndall from the back line. We've seen her there multiple times tonight. As Kate Jackway for the Spartans go to serve while it's all tied up at 10.
Jackway takes it. Goes to Sinesh. He's been receiving it mostly here in the third set. Caitlin Peters blocked away. Lions in sight both come diving in, and then Jackway trying to kick it over for the second time tonight, but can't do it. So point Carroll.
I might be wrong, but I think we're playing volleyball here tonight, not soccer.
Well, in a game this competitive, got to use every single body part as best you can to try to make the plays. As again, that same area we saw earlier, they're going to go wipe up with some sweat right on the Spartan head.
Seems to be the same spot as last time, where the floor might be a little slippery. That definitely comes into play.
It is on the Spartan side of the floor, so just something to keep an eye on if we see any players go down to the ground. Lauren Peters to serve. And Tyndall just gets a good enough piece of that one. Now she's going to chuck this thing back. It's going to be really close. Just gets over the net. Great job. Sinesh now floats it. Jackway diving effort. Sinesh going for the kill and gets it to fall.
Sinesh going back-to-back hits there for the Chargers, showing her endurance there on the court. Spartan blockers don't have enough power to keep it away.
Lauren Peters to serve. Clips the tape. Jackway sets it up. Lions going for the kill. Powerful right on the line. Reagan Lyons.
Right on the line with precision. Carroll Chargers lead 12-11.
Every single set, this match has been just like this. The biggest lead we have seen at any point tonight is 7 points. It's been very competitive. As ball floated over, goes off of Walker, out of play. Give it to Carroll.
Don't be surprised if a timeout comes into play here by Coach Holzclaw for the Spartans real soon if the Chargers seem to be running away with this fourth set.
Well, you called it in the third set, and those timeouts started flying, and it really set the tone for both teams. Each time one was burnt. Jack Way. Now to Walker, blocked away. Signers and Sassy combining on that one.
There, Spartans with the kill. Great awareness to let it go out of bounds off the block and not touch it.
Sipe to serve. Set up. Signage. Sipe gets a piece. Hits off the Jumbotron. Jackway sets it to Addie Tyndall. And it goes off. The Chargers out of play. We're all tied up once again.
Playing it after it hits the Jumbotron. It is still in play if it makes any contact with the Jumbotron or the little camera hanging off of it. Spartans stay locked in for that point and all tied up at 13.
Sipe to serve. This one sets it up. Signage. It's alive. Addie Tyndall now. Sassy gets a piece. Hafner sets it up. Lauren Peters going for the kill. Now Sipe. Walker touches it over the front of Sassy. Gislin sets it. Signage. Jackway gets a piece. Spartans keep it alive. Jackway falling backwards almost gets it over. And then right on the far side out of play, Spartans get the point and take the lead.
Are you serious? The Spartans' concentration it takes to keep that ball in play. All players on the court watching the ball where it goes, hitting it over the net. So they take the lead 14-13.
Sipe to serve. Gislin sets it up. Peters. Jackway. Addie Tyndall. And it's going to get back over. So Sipe gives it to Jackway. And now Walker touches it over the front line. Signage just gets it. Spartans want 4 touches. Not going to get the call. So Addie Tyndall resets. Signage out of position. Can't handle it. Homestead gets a 2-point lead.
In the middle of that point, the Spartans all put up 4 fingers, wanting 4 touches, but it doesn't matter anyways as Addie Tyndall gets the kill.
And Coach Signage going to burn a timeout for the Chargers. 15-13 in the fourth set. In this match, everything you want and more.
This game is exciting to watch, to say the least. Both teams going at it, showing no mercy. The lead changes, the amount of lead changes this game has been absolutely bonkers.
A great rivalry night between Homestead and Carroll, but rivalry week just getting started between these two schools. They'll meet out on the gridiron tomorrow evening. We'll have that game for you at 7 o'clock right here on the Homestead Live YouTube page. So come right back here to this channel and we'll have that game for you. But still plenty more to watch in this one and what has arguably been the best volleyball game of the season in Indiana. And still no idea who's going to come out on top tonight.
Spartans do have the 2-point lead coming out of this timeout as Madeline Sipe comes to serve.
And Sipe going deep and a little bit too deep out of play. So really the Spartans have seemed to struggle a bit off these timeouts called by the Chargers. As we've seen Carroll use these timeouts effectively, so now back on serve. We'll see if they can do it here with Gislin. And that one bounces off the face of Bashford as ended up being a little bit higher than she expected. So 15-15 again. Out of the timeout, Chargers come in hot.
Some more sweat on the Spartan side of the floor. It seemed to only be their side. The Carroll Chargers floor has been relatively clean.
Spartans have been diving and sliding everywhere, so just some sweat getting down on the floor as we get back underway. 15-15. Both teams 10 points away from winning this set, and Bashford for the second time in a row not able to handle the serve, so Carroll's won 3 points in a row now.
Lydia Bashford for the Spartans, 2 errors in a row, as you said. Coach Holtzclaw might be looking to sub her out, or she might keep her in, trusting that she'll bounce back.
Usually pretty solid on defense for this team, as again, Carroll scores now 4 points in a row for the Chargers. Coach Holtzclaw might have to think about a timeout sooner rather than later, as Carroll's starting to build the momentum.
Went from the score being 15-13 Spartans lead to Carroll Chargers leading 17-15.
Jackway comes running in. Walker got to get it over here. Does low. Gislin sets it up. Caitlin Peters blocked. Going to be a close call, though. And they're going to give the point to Carroll. Spartans not happy. That was tight. You see the shock on Alyssa Hall's face. And Lila Tyndall there as well. They don't like the call. That's a tight one. Ball may have clipped the antenna off the deflections. But there's a timeout we get from Coach Holtzclaw. 18-15 Chargers. And another set coming down to the wire.
The Chargers have gone on a 5-point run with the Spartans staying at 15. This was a strategic timeout call once again by the Spartans.
Using timeout certainly helped Homestead. Last set, they were down 22-20 when they used their second timeout to kind of reset the momentum and come back and eventually win that third set 27-25. So it's worked for them before. We'll see if they can do it again here. Chargers obviously will still be on serve here. It'll be Gislin to take it.
Coming out of this timeout, both teams still have 1 timeout to use as we near the end of this 4th set.
5 points in a row have gone Carroll's way. Can the Spartans change their fortunes here? Bashford going to Addie Tyndall, deflected and kept alive. Now Hafner sets it up. Oski goes deep and gets it to fall. And now Carroll, 4-point lead, 6 points away from closing the match out.
Oski there for the Chargers. We haven't seen her much tonight, but coming in clutch when the team needs her, giving the Chargers a 4-point lead.
Gislin to Bashford. Now Sipe sets it up. Jackway got to get it over here. And does. Diving effort from Hafner. Keeps it alive, but then goes out of play. Off the chair umpires. So Spartans finally able to get a point after dropping 6 in a row.
Hafner there with a diving dig, putting her body on the line, keeping it up for her team. But in the end, it doesn't work out as the ball flies into the official.
Homestead down by 3. They've been in this situation in pretty much every set. We're only able to come back in the 4th, and those are errors you cannot have late in a match against the number 6 team in the state.
That definitely does not help your case here. Down 4, the Carroll Chargers only need 5 more points to close out tonight's game.
And now Sinesh to serve, one of the best in the business. Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall blocked away, but out of bounds, so point Homestead.
Great attempt at the block there by the Chargers. Spartans bring it within 3.
Addie Tyndall to serve now. She was the one that kind of helped change their fortunes, specifically when it came to serving in the 4th set, or excuse me, in the 3rd set. See if she can do it here in the 4th. Hafner gets the reception. Gislin sets it up. Oski goes deep, but out of play. Point Homestead now down by just 2.
Chargers have been seeming to feed Oski there on the right side. She has missed her past 2 kills. Let's see if they continue to use her going deep into this 4th set.
Tyndall to serve again. And Caitlin Peters gets the reception. Gislin sets it up. Oski floats it over top right in the Bermuda Triangle for the Spartans. It falls, and now 4 points away are the Chargers.
The rotation there by the Spartans have got to be on point. All players need to be moving at all times. Read the eyes of the Carroll players, seeing and anticipating where they're going to go with the ball.
Now Feinfrock, another high-pressure situation. She served for the match in the 3rd set, but had an error that opened the door for the Spartans. Much better serve this time as the ball falls just out of bounds. Point Spartans very close on the line, down by 2 once again as Alyssa Hall comes back for the Spartans.
Shippy there on the net, just pushing it just out of bounds as the Spartans bring it back within 2. See if they can complete this comeback here in the 4th set to keep the game going.
Ava Tyndall Oski and blocked away off the chair umpire, off the Spartans. Point goes to Carroll. 3-point lead. And now 3 away from match point.
Both teams still have 1 timeout left. Coach Holtzclaw might be talking to her assistant managers, seeing when to use it, thinking about when the best situation is.
Hirschberger to serve. Sipe diving effort. Jackway gets it back. Addie Tyndall diving. Now Caitlin Peters. The Spartans get a piece. Lion sets it up. Now Jackway. Addie Tyndall. Powerful kill. Nothing Signage could do. 22-20. Same score it was last set as well.
Chargers looking at the ball flying through the air in disbelief of how much power Addie Tyndall just put on that ball. Unable to get to it.
Kate Jackway to serve. Line drive. Hafner gets it. Set up. Shippey tries to float it up top. Her signature doesn't work this time. Hall now goes for the float, and it falls inbounds. The Spartans down by just 1.
Alyssa Hall getting a piece of play tonight here in the middle. We've seen her in the trenches all night with the blocks, getting up close and personal, but there with the kill, helping out her team.
22-21, Chargers the lead. Gislin sets it up. Hirschberger can't get it over the net. Point Homestead. We are all tied up at 22 off a 4 hits call.
The crowd is back in this game. Students are hype. Players are hype as the timeout gets called.
And Coach Signage is the one to burn the timeout. Final of the set for the Chargers. And here we go again. Deja vu all over again, as we are tied up late in this 4th set, just as we were in the 3rd.
There have been timeouts galore tonight. We've seen in past games both the Homestead Spartans and the Carroll Chargers don't use any timeouts in their games in the past, but tonight that is not the case.
Don't need to use timeouts when you're as dominant as these two teams are very often. Again, the Chargers 22-3, the Spartans 20-5. So 2 of the top teams in the state. Whoever wins this match likely going to move up a few spots in the rankings. Of course, the ultimate goal will be when postseason play comes around. But both squads focused on this match. Tied at 22. It'll be the senior Kate Jackway serving for the Spartans. The leading setter on this team was honored earlier tonight for 1,000 assists all-time in her career. And now to serve. Gislin sets it up. Shippey blocked just enough to keep it alive for the Spartans. Jackway to Walker. Now Signage blocked again. Peters diving effort. And Gislin's the one that gets it over. So Jackway resets, goes to Reagan Lyons. Again a piece. Signage keeps it alive. Hirschberger goes to Hafner. And Tyndall, we get the dig. Jackway, Hall goes for the kill. Alyssa Hall breaking through for the Spartans.
Alyssa Hall mean-mugging the other team, showing them her power. The Spartans take the lead deep in this 4th set, 23-22.
They get the lead and they stay on serve, trying to force a 5th set tiebreaker. Jackway, deep serve. Hafner receives it up high. Caitlin Peters, that one well out of play. Set point for the Spartans.
All smiles here tonight from the Spartans as it's set point 24-22 as Kate Jackway comes up again to serve for the Spartans, looking to close out this 4th set.
Jackway serving for the set. Goes to Hafner. Gislin with a little no-look touch gets the point for the Chargers. They keep the set alive.
Gislin there with the trickery. We've seen that a couple times from her tonight. Using it now to come in clutch for the Chargers.
Now Lauren Peters to serve to try to extend the set. Crowd on their feet. Tyndall sets it up. Now Jackway going to Reagan Lyons. That one falls to the ground. We're going the distance at Spartan Arena. We're heading to a 5th as the Spartans take set number 4, 25-23.
Spartans win set 4 in extreme fashion. going crazy. The Spartans win 25-23. We're going to the 5th set.
Grab your popcorn and buckle up. It's set number 5 on the other side.
Ooh, I can't wait to get you home.
Oh, baby. That looks amazing. Marcos, it's a love game.
Back here at Spartan Arena, it doesn't get much bigger, better, or more dramatic than this. One of the biggest rivalries in the entire state. 2 top 15 teams in 4A battling it out as we head to set number 5. Carroll won the first 2 sets 25-19, but the Spartans have won the last 2 27-25, 25-23. The rivalry action just heating up. We'll have football tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, but right now, fully focused on the end of this volleyball match.
This game has been back and forth all night, with the Chargers winning the first 2 sets, then the Spartans coming back, winning set 3 and 4, and now on to the 5th set we go.
So first to 15 here in set number 5. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Those might be needed down the stretch. They've come into play in pretty much every set tonight, but especially the last 2. Spartans looking to reverse sweep the match. Chargers trying to get regrouped. Jackway, the opening serve in set number 5. Hafner with the reception. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh over top. Now Lyons gets it. Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall going for the kill. Spartans open the set strong.
Tyndall from the back row. We've seen her all night. She comes in once again. As you see on your screen, the speed that ball was going at, it's unstoppable if you're the Chargers.
Every point amplified here in set number 5. 15 instead of 25. Hafner not able to receive that one cleanly. Clips the antenna. Homestead 2-0 lead.
This is the first set. We've seen the Spartans go up for the first couple points as they lead here 2-0.
Kate Jackway, she was the one who was serving late for the Spartans in set number 4. Gets to do it here in set number 5 and looking strong so far, and the commentator's jinx as she puts it in the net.
Might have been a jinx there, as you said, Braxton. The score goes 2-1. Spartans still lead as we're inching closer and closer to the end of this game.
I'll bear the responsibility for that one. Chargers on serve now. Another good server, Kayla Hafner. Goes to Tyndall. Jackway sets it up. Lyons has it tipped. Now Gislin sets it up, and Sassy gets it to fall. We're tied at 2.
Sassy with the kill out of reach of Addie Tyndall. Says he has 115 kills on the season. Not the highest, not the lowest. Definitely a threat up there on the net.
Hafner to serve again. And this time, Lions diving effort to get it off the ground. Tyndall gets it over. Set up by Grizzlin. And now Tyndall. Hafner, another diving effort. Sinesh able to get it over. Addie Tyndall comes diving in. And Walker not able to connect with the ball. Puts it in the net. Chargers 3 straight take the lead.
Miss hit there by Walker. We haven't seen that much tonight. But maybe the nerves are getting to everyone here in this 5th set.
So right now, Chargers maybe with the momentum on their side. Still very tight here in set number 5. Jackway sets it up. Tyndall going for the kill. Hafner keeps it alive. Jackway. And now Sipe sets it up. Lions going for the kill. The attack does work for the Spartans as the Chargers can't handle it. We're all knotted up again.
Reagan Lions with a kill from the left side, forgetting about the past, living in the present.
3-3 in a match tied at 2 sets apiece. Lions to serve. And play at the net. That point's going to go the way of the Chargers. Give Gislin credit. She got up there. Not a situation she's used to, but got that contact and helped get the point for her team.
Battle there in the trenches of the net. Both teams talking it over, what they can do better, how they can improve, what the game plan is.
Now Gislin will be on serve as Lions checks out of the match. Lydia Bashford will take her place. And Sipe gets the reception. Jackway, have the soft touch. Alyssa Hall gets it over. Hafner now trying to set it up for Sinesh. Blocked away by the Spartans. It's Walker and Hall going for another block, and they'll get it to go. Again, tag teaming up front and keeping the match tied.
2 blocks in a row in the same point by Alyssa Hall and Savvy Walker. Getting up on the net, showing the endurance, showing off their vertical to be able to get up that high, keep the ball away.
See, Coach Holtzclaw can't imagine what's going through her mind right now in such a huge game. This close service error there gives it back to the Chargers.
As you said, Coach Holtzclaw, she just showed some frustration there on that misserve by the Spartans. So the ball goes over to the Chargers.
Sinesh to Bashford. Jackway's going to set it up. Spartans have a chance here. Tyndall goes deep and just out of play. Give the point to the Chargers. They're up by 2.
Errors have been the name of the game. They're for sure going to play a fact here in the 5th set here tonight as all the players are getting more and more tired.
Tyndall, Jackway. Annie Tyndall just kind of pushes that one over softly. Gislin sets it up. Caitlin Peters blocked away. Hafner keeps it alive. Peters going for it again. Softly, Jackway goes to Sipe. Here we go. Walker pokes it deep. Hafner gets a piece. Sinesh gets a piece as well. But it falls. Spartans deficit down to 1.
Spartans calling for the antenna in the middle of that point. Everyone moving their fingers. They still score anyways as they talk it over now with the official.
Substitution. Savvy Walker checks out. AJ Little into serve. She has been dominant on serve tonight for Homestead. They need her to be good here, trying to regain the lead. Hafner gets it. Gislin sets it up. Caitlin Peters goes to Little. Now Jackway. Addie Tyndall punishes it to the ground. We're tied at 6.
Addie Tyndall on the outside, hitting it cross court straight down, almost bouncing the ball over the Carroll defenders, tying it up at 6-all.
No way to stop that much raw power in the form of a volleyball coming at you. AJ Little to serve. And play at the net. Addie Tyndall throws it over for the Spartans, and they regain the lead.
Addie Tyndall back at it again, throwing the ball down on top of the Carroll defender, showing no mercy.
And time out, Carroll down by 1. Pandy Sinesh forced to burn their first of the decisive 5th set. And what a match this has been midway through the 5th set. It looks like it's going to be a great finish to what has been a great match.
Both teams on the sideline bench talking it over with their team. Some dancing going on as well. But both coaches for sure game planning, setting up plays, highlighting key players they need to cover and key players they need to play through.
Spartans quickly breaking the huddle. They just want to get back out there. Chargers still meeting right now. What's Coach Signage telling her team?
Stay calm and collected like before. They might have lost the 2 sets before this, but the game's not over. They can still finish this in the 5th set and go home with a W.
It's got to be hard if you're a Chargers fan right now, or even a Chargers player. Up 2-0. You thought you had this match on cruise control. And the Spartans have come roaring back, winning the last 2 sets in very close margins, 2 points apiece. And now the 1-point lead in set number 5. Little to serve. Hafner's going to set it up. Caitlin Peters, that's going to be close, right on the line. They'll say it falls in play. We're tied at 7 as both teams continue to paint the lines.
We are halfway to the 15-point mark that either team needs to close out tonight as the Carroll Chargers come to serve Lauren Peters.
Peters to Sipe. Little was there as well. Tyndall just gets it over to make sure. Gislin, Shippey, and it falls in play. Actually, they're going to say out of bounds, but deflected by the Spartans. Either way, it's Carroll point.
The timeout that was just called moments before coming out to be effective, as we've seen all night, changing the momentum of the games. It's huge tonight.
So the Spartans think about using one sometime soon. Still just down by 1 right now. Peters, very soft serve, trying to find a gap. Little just gets there. Addie Tyndall going for the kill. We're tied at 8. Neither team able to pull away.
Caitlin Peters falling to the ground as the ball falls into her arms and hits the ground, unable to keep it up in the air. Addie Tyndall has been a menace tonight on the court.
8 apiece. Neither team able to find any daylight at all in this 5th set. Tyndall goes to Peters, set up by Gislin. Oski trying to flick it over top, and it works. Oski has kind of been the ringer tonight for the Chargers, coming in for a point or 2 at a time and making plays when they need them most.
Oski has been the surprise player for sure tonight, coming in clutch when the Chargers need her most as they take the lead 9-8.
Hirschberger to serve. Going deep on that one. Little gets it now. Jackway setting up for Ava Tyndall. And deflected, kept alive. Now Signage going for the kill, but it finds its way out of bounds. Stop me if you've heard this before. We're tied once again.
Surprise, surprise. Who would have guessed? Some more back and forth we've seen every set. This set is no exception here in crunch time.
Both teams 6 points away from victory, but who knows? We might need more than 15 to decide this thing. Gislin sets it up. Shippey blocked, but out of bounds. Point Carroll as back and forth these two juggernauts go.
Shippey there in the middle, showing no remorse, hitting it as hard as she can, putting her life body on the line for her team here tonight.
Fine Frock will serve. Goes to Little now. Jackway sets it up. Tyndall had to check her momentum. Couldn't get a good hit on it. Gislin to Signage, and that falls in play. Carroll takes a 2-point lead, which, given the way this 5th set is going, that's huge right now.
Spartans still have 2 timeouts to use. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one here in the next couple points if they run away with it.
Well, how about a timeout right now? Coach Oatsclaw gonna burn one. Her team down 9-11 here in the 5th set. And her team has made comebacks in each of the last 2 sets. This a little bit different dynamics. I mean, all night long, maybe save for the first set. The Chargers have been the ones that have been coming out better early on in sets. Obviously, a shorter 5th set. You would think that favors the Chargers the way this night has gone. But the Spartans hanging around, been down by about a point or tied consistently through this 5th set. Now down by 2. And not with serve. What does Coach Oatsclaw tell our team?
Well, in the 5th set here, the Spartans came out with a 2-point lead. They came out hot. If I'm her, I'm reminding my team of how we started, and we need to finish exactly like that.
Both teams heading back out after what may be the final timeout of the match. We'll have to wait and see. Each team still has one remaining. Feinfrock takes a deep breath. On the serve again. Goes deep. Tyndall can't handle it. Little gets a piece. Spartans got to get this one over to keep the match at a reasonable score. Gislin sets it up. Shippey finishes the point. Chargers now just 3 away from victory.
Shippey there with the slide to the right, confusing the Spartan defenders on where she's going. She had them lost out there as the Carroll Chargers take the 3-point lead.
And now it's getting late for the Spartans. Got to get a stop now. Feinfrock to serve. Another pretty good serve. Little can't really handle it, but enough that Jackway can make a play. Lions gets it over Shippey. Now Gislin sets it up. Sinesh. Sipe keeps it alive. Jackway going for Addie Tyndall. Deflected. Diving effort made by Hafner. Chargers going back. Sinesh. Tyndall diving now. Jackway sets it up. Reagan Lions deflected out of play. Point Spartans down by 2, 12-10.
Crucial point for the Spartans there. If they would have lost that, it would have gave the Chargers 13 and made the game out of reach, but now the Spartans have the serve in their hands.
And they're bringing the height back in as Savvy Walker takes the place of A.J. Little and Kate Jackway. She was serving when the Spartans went on the run late in set number 4. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh, soft touch. Jackway can't get it. Chargers just 2 away now.
Fitting it in the window where no one was. Perfect timing, perfect placement. The court vision and awareness you love to see.
Hafner to serve. And it goes into the net. Crucial mistake there, reminiscent of back in set number 3 when the Chargers had match point and a service error came back to bite them. Not quite match point this time, but still a service error late in the set that gives the Spartans life. Lions to serve, and that goes long, and now it will be match point for the Chargers. Triple match point at that, and they'll be on serve.
Back-to-back errors for both teams, as well as they both have one timeout to use. Might need to use it here if you're either team.
And we are going to get a timeout. Looks like this one was probably called by the Spartans. And here we are. Chargers up by 3. They've been so close to closing this match out twice already tonight. This may be their best opportunity. They have 3 points to work with. How do they close things out and get this last point that they need?
They only need one more point here in this final set. Make a designated play if you're the coach. Maybe use Shippey out there on the right side with the slide play. That confused him before. Might be able to do it again.
I believe it's going to be Gislin on serve for the Chargers. We'll wait and see for sure, but if that's the case, she has been maybe one of the most consistent players all night long. It seems like she really hasn't even left the floor tonight for the Chargers. She's been out there setting up everything on their attacks.
The Chargers fans are up on their feet, cheering on their team for match point here in the 5th set tonight.
Sophia Gislin serving for the match. Triple match point, Carroll. Gislin, clean serve. Sipe handles it. Set up to Jackway. Now Tyndall going for the kill. Hafner keeps it alive. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh going. Tyndall. Jackway's going to set it up. Addie Tyndall keeps the match alive. 14-12.
Who else but Addie Tyndall in crunch time? Crucial plays your team needs a point. I want Addie Tyndall.
And now it's a life or death. Every play, or sudden death, I should say, for the Spartans. Every play from here on out. Sipe to Sinesh. Set up. Sinesh to finish the match. It goes long. 13-14, and the Spartans are 1 away from sending this thing to a 14-14 tie. And now Carroll forced to burn a timeout. A game of runs back and forth. Momentum hopping sideline to sideline. And now the Spartans just 1 point away from tying this up. The Chargers just 1 point away from winning the match.
You said it right, Braxton. Momentum has been back and forth all night. The timeout here is crucial, slowing down both teams. It is dead silent here in Spartan Arena as both teams, both fans, hold their breath.
Oh, what sideline do you want to be on right now? You have the Chargers. They're 1 point away from victory. You'd think they're in the better spot, I would imagine. But then you have the Spartans down by 2 on serve, and maybe the momentum going their way right now with those last couple of points.
The Spartans are also the number 13 seed, the underdogs, so say, compared to the number 6 Carroll Chargers.
Trying to get a reverse sweep, but it is still match point Carroll for the third point in a row. Sipe to serve. Hafner sets it up. Oski blocked. Got to reset here. Oski's going to try to hit it over. It goes out of play. We are tied at 14, and the match will be extended for the second set on the night. And for the third set of the evening, this match will be decided by just 2 points. Sipe to serve. Gislin sets it up. Sinesh blocked out of play. They give the point to Carroll off the Spartans. Match point Chargers once again. They've had so many tonight but have not been able to finish the job. And now their star junior, Bailey Sinesh, will be the one to serve with a match point. Sinesh gets it across cleanly. Tyndall receives it. Jackway sets it up. Addie Tyndall flicks it. Gislin now. Hafner sets it up. Caitlin Peters blocked away. Hafner. Gislin sets it up. And Spartans keep it alive. Jackway resets. Addie Tyndall blocked. Both falls to the ground. And we play on 15 all.
The game keeps on going, keeps on giving. Addie Tyndall keeping her team alive in these crucial moments of the last set. Game tied at 15-15. AJ Little to serve. She has been a phenomenal server all night long. Let's see if she can keep it up.
Nobody wants to go home. Everyone's staying around for the ending of this one. Gislin sets it up. Oski blocked out of play. Point Carroll. Match point again. Can they finally close it out this time?
Back and forth. Will this game ever end? It might just keep on going.
Here we go. Lauren Peters now serving for the match. It seems it's a different Charger every time, getting their turn to serve for the match. Peters gets it cleanly. Little. Jackway's going to set it up. Addie Tyndall blocked away, out of play. We continue going, 16 apiece.
The game of volleyball keeps on giving. 16-16. Neither team is giving in.
How about this? And now look who's back to serve for the Spartans. Addie Tyndall, the Purdue commit, one of 3 D1 commits on this team. And she'll serve, diving effort from Sinesh, keeps it alive. Caitlin Peters, now to Tyndall. Jackway's going to set it up. Addie Tyndall, and it goes out of play, off the Chargers. And for the first time tonight, the Spartans will have match point.
Guess who? Addie Tyndall. Once again, it has been her 5th set tonight as she comes back to serve for match points.
Tyndall to serve. Spartans' first match point. The Chargers have had several and have not been able to finish, and now it's the Spartans. Addie Tyndall taking in the moment and getting her breathing right. Biggest serve of the season to this point. Tyndall clips the tape, falls to the ground, but stays alive. Hafner got a piece of it. Peters now to Tyndall, and they're going to call whistles and give the point to the Chargers. Not sure the call there, but match continues. It'll be Hirschberger to serve.
Some sort of violation there. The errors are going to come into play here in the crunch time.
All right, so here we are, 17-17. Hirschberger on serve. Jackway can't keep it alive. And now it's match point. Carroll for the upteenth time tonight.
18-17. Carroll Chargers lead. Carroll Chargers serve. Let's see if they can put the Spartans to bed tonight.
Hirschberger serving for the match. Spartans still in their huddle, now getting set defensively.
Making sure the floor is all clean. They would not want any slips or falls here now.
Here we go. Hirschberger for the match. Cross cleanly. Tyndall gets a piece. Jackway sets it up. Ava Tyndall gets it over. Grislin now to Hafner. Caitlin Peters off the Spartans, out of play. And Carroll gets the victory. They hold on to win this match 19-17 in the 5th set. And they win the match 25-19, 25-19, 25-27, 23-25, and 19-17.
The Carroll student section immediately came onto the court, cheering on their team. Good vibes from the Carroll side as they win the fifth set 19-17 and close out the game.
A great match any way you slice it. These two teams showing that maybe they're better than number 6 and number 13 in this state. They're two of the very top two teams who are going to have a real chance to make a deep postseason run when sectional play gets underway later this month. And what a great win for the Carroll Chargers.
What a great game overall. Back and forth all game.
So Carroll with the win will move up to 23-3 on the season. Their next match will be against Lake Central, one of the few losses that the Spartans has this season. What do the Chargers need to take from this one into that?
The Chargers need to stay calm and collected all throughout the game. They came out in the first two sets hot, and then they sort of fell apart, let the Spartans take two, and make it a closer game than it should have been.
Then meanwhile for the Spartans, it's a tough loss, no doubt, but you have to appreciate the resiliency of this team. They were down 2-0. Things were looking bleak. They were trailing late in set number 3. They come back and lose this in an extended fifth set, 19-17. Very great fight back for them. What do they need to take from this into their next match?
For sure, the grit and fight from the Spartan team was elite. You can't be disappointed in yourself. The record might show it, the loss might show it, but overall, it was a great performance as a team.
And Josh, before we go, do you have any final thoughts on this match?
It was a close match, through and through, close game, exciting to watch. I'm excited to see both these teams perform in postseason play.
It was an instant classic, no doubt. These two teams met in regionals last year. Maybe, just maybe, we could see a similar setup in the postseason. This year, we will have to wait and see. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast as the Carroll Chargers defeat the Homestead Spartans in a 5-set thriller. The action between these two schools is just getting started tomorrow evening. They will meet out on the gridiron for another edition of Northeast Indiana's biggest rivalry. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. right here on Homestead Live. Until then, thank you for watching, and on behalf of our entire broadcasting crew and color commentator Josh Bobay, I'm Braxton All saying so long